Today we're looking at a pen that hides a dark secret, a sinister dual personality. This is the limited edition Jekyll Hyde from Retro 51, and we're about to find out if its writing experience is as killer as its artwork. And here's a kicker, because these Halloween limited editions usually sell out really fast. But don't worry, I've got a spare Jekyll Hyde to give away, so stick around to find out how you can get your hands on one. Now, before we get into the story of this pen, I know what a lot of you are thinking. This is a rollerball. And yeah, on a channel that focuses on fountain pens, this is a bit of a curveball, but hear me out, because this one is special and I've been waiting to get my hands on one of these. It's a piece that really transcends its category, blending artwork, storytelling, and a surprisingly satisfying writing experience into one very cool package. For those of you who aren't familiar, Retro 51 has been making unique pens since the 1990s. They really are masters of the themed pen, known for their iconic Tornado line that often has nostalgic mid-century American vibe. This one though, they've gone somewhere decidedly more gothic and complex. So let's take a closer look at what makes this one of the most intriguing limited editions that I've seen in a long time. The experience starts before you even get to the pen. It arrives in this thick protective tube, a real signature of the Retro 51 brand. This packaging is more than just a box as well. It's part of the whole deal. It doubles as a pretty cool pen stand for your desk, and the artwork on the tube immediately sets the mood. It's got this beautiful, vibrant, almost radioactive green overlaid with the stark black illustrations of Victorian London, and it gives it a real sense of mystery and a promise of the darkness hiding inside. When you slide off the top of the tube, the pen's nestled securely, just waiting there for you. And your first impression when you pick it up isn't of a novelty item, but a serious and substantial tool. It's got some real heft to it, a solid metal construction that immediately feels like quality. It feels cool to the touch, and the weight at around 40 grams gives it a presence in your hand that's both reassuring and purposeful. This isn't just a disposable pen, it's an object built to last, and it's designed to tell a story, not just with its art, but also with its feel. Let's start with the pen's public face, the sophisticated Dr. Jekyll. At a glance, especially in a well-lit room, the pen looks really refined and elegant. It's got that classical, streamlined shape of the Retro 51 Tornado, which is a look that's both modern and timeless. The main barrel is one single seamless piece of metal, making it smooth and really comfortable to hold. The glossy black illustrations wrapped around it are really intricate and sharp, showing things like lab equipment and Victorian London. They represent the good doctor's respectable work in his scientific pursuits and his well-ordered life. The accents are finished in a stealth black, which really adds to the pen's moody and serious character. The pocket clip is firm but functional, and a clean design that fits really well with the overall look without being distracting. It's strong enough to clip onto a notebook or a thin jacket pocket, but it doesn't mess up the pen's sleek profile. When you run your fingers up and down the barrel, the lacquered finish is just glassy smooth, a real sign of a quality finish made to last. The balance is also spot on. Even with that 40 grams of weight, it doesn't feel top heavy or awkward. It sits comfortably in the hand, ready for a long writing session, and the whole thing feels robust. Built from a solid piece of acid-etched brass under that detailed finish. But you can't keep the monster contained forever. The true sinister nature of this pen shows up when you look a little closer, and especially when the lights go down. That neon green peeking out from behind the black illustrations isn't just a colour, it's a warning. The entire green barrel is made of a glow-in-the-dark material, and it charges up with some light, and then it comes alive in the dark with an eerie chemical glow. This is the monstrous transformation of Jekyll into Hyde. That black illumination becomes really sharp, sinister silhouettes against the unnatural light, and suddenly the tools of science look like instruments of terror. And the transformation isn't just in the barrel either. At the very top of the pen, where you'd normally find a simple logo, there's a custom finial. This little disc that describes the whole pen, it shows that split faces of Jekyll and Hyde. On one side, calm and composed, and the other, a twisted, monstrous scream. I think it's just a brilliant bit of micro storytelling that perfectly nails the theme of the pen. This isn't just a pen with spooky drawings on it, its entire design tells the story. And even the mechanism plays a part. You extend the tip using this gnarled twist top, which is a hallmark of a Tornado line. It's got a real tactile feel that's industrial and powerful, and the sharp contrast of the smooth, polished barrel and how you unleash the ink. The functional equivalent of drinking that potion unleashes Hyde. Engraved right up there on the top ring, right below the twist mechanism, is this pen's unique serial number. This was a limited edition of only 1,031 pieces. It's a number deliberately chosen by Retro 51 to hint at Halloween. And this small detail elevates the pen from cool product into a collectible. A piece of history shared by just over 1,000 owners. And thanks to this giveaway, you could be one of them. Just keep watching for details on how to enter a little bit later. To put this pen into some real-world context, let's talk about its size. At 125mm or just about 5 inches long, the Jekyll and Hyde is a very standard and practical length. It's almost the exact same length as an uncapped Lamy Safari, so this is a comfortable fit for most hands and it's really easy to carry around. But where it really stands apart is its girth and weight. The barrel is a substantial 14.5mm diameter, which is noticeably thicker. That thickness, combined with its solid metal body, is what gives it a reassuring 40 grams of weight. And for comparison, the Lamy Safari, which is made out of plastic, is around 17 grams, and this pen weighs more than twice that. And you can really feel that difference immediately. Now, that weight won't be for everyone. If you prefer a feather light pen, you might find this one a bit tiring for super long writing sessions, but the weight feels like a mark of quality and adds a certain gravity to the act of writing. It feels less like a pen and more like a precision instrument, which, given the theme, seems totally appropriate. The balancing point of the pen is just a bit back from the center, so it sits low and stable in your hand without trying to tip over. Alright, on to the most important part of any pen review. How does it actually write? The Jekyll and Hyde is a rollerball. It comes loaded with a standard Retro 51 black rollerball refill, and the experience, in a word, is smooth. The ink flow is generous and consistent, laying down a wet, saturated line that just glides across the page, leaving a bold line with a strong presence. The feeling is satisfying and slick, almost like writing with a fine tip marker, but the precision of a pen. There's no scratchiness and no skipping, just a reliable and pleasant flow. For anyone who values convenience, this is a huge plus. You can pick the pen up after weeks of not using it and it'll write perfectly first stroke, which is something that we can't always say about our fountain pen friends. It's fantastic, fuss-free writing experience for daily notes, signatures, or journaling. But here's where things get really interesting, especially for my fellow fountain pen nerds. This pen holds one last secret, but I need to give a big disclaimer here. This is an unofficial, unsupported, do it at your own risk kind of modification. With that said, some people in the pen community have successfully modded these refills. They've found it possible to carefully take off the top and clean out the inside used rollerball cartridge and fill it with their own bottled fountain pen ink. And this totally transforms the writing experience. Suddenly you've got the convenience and tough build of that Tornado body with the amazing colours and properties of your favourite fountain pen inks. Just imagine this pen writing with a deep sheening green that matches the barrel, or a moody dark purple. For me, this little hack bridges the gap between the two worlds, allowing fountain pen users to enjoy their ink collection in a totally different format. It's that final brilliant twist of a pen story, letting you literally put your own potion into the Doctor's creation. The Retro 51 Jekyll Hyde is selling for £60 or $68 on first release, and from a limited edition pen with this much detail, the beautiful, unique glow-in-the-dark features and that stunning collector's packaging, I think that this is already a pretty fair price. However, since it's a limited edition run of only 1,031, you're not going to find this pen sitting on a retailer's shelves. Most places are already sold out, and you can expect to pay a lot more on the secondary market for these Halloween limited editions, and that's why I'm so excited to be giving one of these away. It's your chance to grab a Halloween limited edition without battling the resale market. You can get a great writer for way less than that. But this pen was never just about utility. Its values in the artistry, its storytelling, its status as a limited collectible. And for a fan of Halloween or a lover of classic Gothic literature or a dedicated Retro 51 collector, I can really see the appeal. It would have been great if this year's Halloween release had have been a fountain pen, and I know a lot of us in the fountain pen community would have loved to have seen that. But even so, this is a fantastic pen in its own right. The design, the build, the story it tells more than earns its place in any collection. But if the artwork is a bit much for you, then definitely check out the other Retro 51 designs, because this pen is excellent, which brings me to my final thoughts. So what's the bottom line? The Retro 51 Tornado, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is a massive success in my mind. It completely delivers on its concept. It gives you a pen that's genuinely two things at once. By day, it's a handsome, weighty, professional writing tool, and by night, it's a glowing, sinister object that perfectly captures the horror of its namesake. The build quality is absolutely top-notch. The design is really thoughtful and richly layered. The writing experience is smooth and reliable. And that potential to refill the cartridge with fountain pen ink is just a fantastic bonus. This is not a pen for minimalists. It's a pen for someone who appreciates storytelling, loves unique designs, and enjoys writing instruments with some real personality. It's a perfect pocket companion for the month of October and a great conversation starter all year round. It's proof that even in a world of simple rollerballs, there's room for incredible creativity and artistry. And this one I know I'll keep reaching for, especially when the nights get longer and there's a chill in the air. Oh, and about giving away this one, here's how to enter. All you'll need to do is subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment below telling me your favourite Halloween themed stationery or ink colour. I'll pick a winner at random on the 15th of October 2025 and announce it here on this channel and ship it out to you anywhere in the world. Just to sweeten the deal, I even got you a matching Rickshaw pen sleeve to go with it. Full details are in the description, and remember, this giveaway isn't sponsored by YouTube or Retro 51 or Rickshaw. It's just something I wanted to do to share the spooky pen love this Halloween. So while you're down there leaving comments as well, let me know, have you tried a Retro 51? Or are you a die-hard fountain pen purist? Is there another theme pen out there that you think is a must-have? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoy this look into the darker side of pen collecting, consider subscribing for more. And thanks again.